Coming up in this video, mediumship training, how to identify earthbound spirits.
Ooh.
Ever felt haunted by a ghost? How can you tell the difference between a stuck spirit and one who isn't? Today, we're giving you some great tips to do just that.
If you are new, consider subscribing and you'll be good to go.
And let us know that you can hear us and see us with a hashtag good to go.
As always, if you have any questions as we go relating to the topic of this video, drop them in the comments.
If we don't get to your questions live, we will answer any questions on the replay.
So it's time to set the mood. Let's turn the lights. I don't want to turn the lights down. Turn the lights.
It's good for mediumship too.
Let's set the mood. So in this age of spiritual awakening,
more and more people are searching for how to get woke
and stay woke. That's the part.
Absolutely.
You got to drink that spiritual coffee. Okay. So
getting woke is one thing, but staying woke is the real trick.
Sometimes you're woke, like you woke up in a dream, but not actually woke. Too.
Like you might not be out of bed.
That's why you need to find us. So numbers don't lie. There are over 33,000 people searching for spiritual awakening every month.
And that's important because to get woke, you have to stop following the herd, start thinking for yourself and looking deeper to crack the code.
Crack the code. And that's what we're covering today. But now it is time to tag up.
Time to tag up.
For all our Zen heads in Zen Ed Academy, let us know you're here with a hashtag Zen Head for life.
And if you're watching live, give us a hashtag live tribe.
Something in my eye. That's not.
And if you've got something in your eye, give us a hashtag iSty.
That's not very professional of me, but I'm sorry.
Anyway, if you are watching on the replay, give us a hashtag replay fam.
As always, let us know where you're watching from so you can help David with his geography and cultural expansion and make our travel experiences more pleasant.
Absolutely. I like that one. I think we're going to keep that one. What is up to Lisa, to Nikki, and Leah? Good to see you. Good to see you.
And IG fam.
And all you IG peeps, what up? We can't see you quite as well because the screen is this small. But if you've got any questions, feel free to DM us and I'll get right back to you with all of that.
So share the video today and you get a prize. Tell you how in a minute, and stay with us for the whole video and you get a prize.
Plus, we'll help you get woke and stay woke.
Because that's the thing, staying awake. And while that is going to be entertaining with some free juicy information, we do have an offer at the end of this live to take your life and healing arts business from basic to bodacious.
Because that is our full-time gig.
That's
all we ask in exchange is that you check out the offer, because that's what keeps the lights on, gives us a break for sushi, and feeds 2 hungry dogs.
But only if it works for you.
Absolutely. So, all right, Nikki, Kia Oro from New Zealand.
Oh, yes, New Zealand.
Awesome. And Ashley Nicole, good to see you.
Guys,
it's awesome seeing all these cool people in here.
Happy to see you this morning. But for those of you that don't know us yet, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
ZenMostGarden.com.
And why are you taking my, why are you jacking my
I wanted
thing?
to add a little extra harmony on that today.
So we just did a duo.
Yeah.
Anyway, we help spiritual and metaphysical entrepreneurs bring their unique healing skills to the world.
So basically, since 2008, we have helped thousands of clients and students go from feeling overwhelmed, confused, and insecure to being clear, confident, and successful.
And if you've just found us, welcome. Say hi in the comments. It is always great to connect.
And I want to know, let us know if you are a healing arts professional or you just want to be a healing arts professional with a hashtag Healing Pro in the comments.
So
let us know what you do if you want.
Yeah, let us know what you do. Courtney, good to see you as well. Yeah. So we are here to help you catapult confidently. Confidently catapult. We're gonna make catapults today. No, we're not. We're here to help you confidently catapult your personal healing influence into the world so that you can stand in your own genius. Please stand in your genius.
That's right. It's like it's a pool of genius or something and you're standing in it.
It is a pool of genius.
What we noticed from a lot of our students from all over the world training to be healing professionals, there was a huge gap in what was taught by a lot of teachers in our niche that seemed to be doing the same thing everybody else was doing.
But we're not trying to be all that copy and paste, same stuff, same way kind of people, because that's not how we roll.
So some people taught all the cool intuitive techniques without a foundation of self-growth to stabilize it.
And others taught self-growth without having a clue of what to do when people started opening up their intuitive skills.
And both groups have a ceiling that lacks integration like they did at old school, and that's how we do.
And we bridge that gap. And if you stay to the end, we're going to show you how to sign up for our best resource for spiritual and metaphysical entrepreneurs who want real world skills to catapult their personal and professional lives without getting lost in the clouds.
So if you need this in your life, give us a hashtag tell me more or send us a message on Facebook or IG DM at Zen Rose Garden.
Yep. And what is up, Christina? Good to see you. And it looks like Tori and Natalie. Good to see you guys.
Courtney in the house. Okay. So we're going to get into it. So
first, we're going to preface with a little ghost
I'm
story.
going to tell you a little ghost story. This is one I really don't tell live. I don't think I've ever told it live. Maybe, I don't know. But I remember I had lots of ghost experiences growing up in the house that I grew up in. It was a house that was built in the 40s, the 1940s.
It wasn't on Haunted Hill.
No, and it was in Las Vegas, not too far from where we live now, actually. And it was a contentious kind of house. And so everybody was gone in the day. Everybody went to the store. It was in the middle of the day, bright, sunshiny day, clear as it could be. And I just felt like scared. And I was like, terror. I think I was about 9 or 10 years old, somewhere around there. I don't remember. So I'm like terrified. I had experiences before, but this one was overwhelming. And I was like, I got to get out of the house now. So I went out of the house, went to the backyard and stood behind my parents' picture window, said, I'm going to water the roses. So I was watering the roses outside my parents' big, giant picture window in their bedroom. They had these big, long drapes. And suddenly this hand comes through the drapes and pulls the curtain back. And there's this dark, smoky figure standing there just staring at me, like literally this far from me. But there's a big window between. And I stood there with the hose, just like
in shock,
terrified, just like exactly like that. And it was just this smoky cloud, almost like it had a hood on. And then after like 45 seconds, a minute, it was a really long time that I stood there. At least it seemed like it.
Especially in kid time.
And then in kid time. But I wasn't like a little kid. I was like close to like 10, 11, a little bit, not quite little.
Time.
And so the curtain closed. And I remember telling everybody about it when I got home. My dad believed me. My sister, when my parents got home and my sister got home from school, she didn't believe me. My parents believed me because they were open. So it's like my parents were not the kind of parents that shut me down.
Right.
So they did believe me. And it was like, so basically that set me up. That was kind of like the last straw because it had been like all growing up, sensing and seeing this kind of stuff. So I spent the next several decades learning how to master that connection. Because after that experience, I was like, oh no, we are not doing this. This is my house. You are not going to like scare me out of my own house.
Yep. So although there are a lot of ins and outs to spirit discernment, including knowing when what you were picking up is not a spirit at all, but maybe different types of non-sentient energy fields, there are a few basics to know about how to tell if a spirit is earthbound or if it is somebody that you actually enjoy being who's already transitioned, like grandma. Okay. So what we call a friendly. And so make sure that you watch the Discernment of Spirits video. Also, take a look at the Mediumship training playlist. Both of those links are in the description.
So this question actually comes from one of our viewers, Amanda, who asked us, I think, yesterday, like, how do you tell the difference between these two types of spirits? And I'm like, all right, let's rock that.
That prompted this for you guys.
So today, advice from actual psychic mediums to help you battle the fear, because I started mine young, and overcome the scary monsters under your bed. Or they're not
behind the curtain. They are not all out to scare you.
They really aren't.
So now it's time. Now it's time for the good stuff.
So here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Here we go.
I feel like I need a kazoo or something.
For that one, that was a kazoo.
So part number one is, before we even tell you the difference.
Before we get into the spirit part.
Right. The first part is you, okay?
Boom.
Know your personal emotional baseline.
So the first thing to work on before you start assigning any kind of value to what you sense in the realm of spirits is your own personal emotional state.
So the first thing we teach our students is that if you don't clear your fear, you will judge the spirits you sense through that filter. Okay. And which I probably was doing as a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you yourself are clear and know your own emotions.
Boom, boom. So when you're clear yourself and you know your own emotions and especially your own triggers, it is much easier for you to understand what you are sensing beyond your own filters.
So I'll give you an example. If you are a person that is quick to trigger, okay, a person who is easily spooked or conditioned to be spooked. And what we find with a lot of students coming into mediumship is that they're conditioned to be spooked by Hollywood movies and cultural experiences and social things that we accept. So if you don't clear those, you're probably not going to discern very accurately. I kind of like the example of much like preteen girls, and it's kind of like the mouse comes in the room and you don't want to be the girl like, oh, it's a mouse, then you're not as cool. Everybody, it's cooler to jump on the chairs and go, oh my God, a mouse, it's a mouse. You're conditioning yourself to
get freaked out.
So it's just kind of like that. The mouse isn't really that scary. You can step on him with your foot. Don't do that.
Please don't. So basically, if you're quick to trigger, if you've got a hair trigger and you're easily spooked, it's not going to be easy for you to tell what's actually there. Okay, because now you're reacting from that fear that lives in your head and end up misinterpreting what is actually happening outside of you. You're not in a neutral state, so you can more clearly define what's outside.
So the mouse is a giant killer mouse ready to eat your face instead of like, dude, you got a piece of cheese that's like, I just need some cheese. So for example, even if you met an angel on the street dressed like a homeless man and you have
in the sheep.
You just ruined my metaphor completely. That's a completely different metaphor. We're going to have to talk. So, for example, even if you met an angel on the street dressed like a homeless man and you have a fear of the homeless, you might immediately jump to the fear because you just went inside and accessed that fear instead of sensing the angel inside the ragged clothes.
Yep.
Okay.
So the offer that we have at the end can help you with all of that.
Okay.
So who wants free stuff? It is free stuff time. So give us a hashtag free stuff. We've got 2 freebies, but you have to earn them because everything tastes better when it's earned, right?
It does.
You get 1 for sharing, 1 for staying. Keep watching and we'll tell you how.
So hit that like button and give us some hearts if you want free stuff. Okay.
Tip number 2.
Number 2.
Earthbound spirits are a hot mess.
They are a hot mess. So once you know your own emotions, you are less likely to make a wrong assessment. So earthbound spirits in mediumship are technically souls who have not crossed over.
They haven't found their way home. They have some kind of unfinished business. And just like people with bodies, they vary in their emotional states.
So the general guideline is that sensations from an earthbound spirit can be jolting, chaotic, or unstable. They might be mad, they might be sad, they might be depressed, angry, or frustrated. And you might feel these sensations as you come into proximity, closer to them.
Right. And another really simple is that it's going to be heavier. Okay. So that's kind of the simplification. If you boil it all down, it's going to be a heavier type energy or emotion.
And we talk about that in the Discernment of Spirits video.
Right. So emotions themselves are energy, right? And it can be like walking into a wall of unresolved emotions.
Like the glass case of emotion.
I'm stuck and trapped in a glass case of emotion.
Oh my God. So often people will take these emotions as their own or even feel attacked when they may not be. They are simply sensing in a really fast way what the earthbound spirit is stuck in.
Yep. So what you do here is realize that you might feel, if a spirit is very afraid, if an earthbound spirit is very afraid, you might feel a sudden sense of fear, take it on as your own, and think that they're trying to scare you.
So here you take a breath and you flip the script.
Who is stuck and terrified in that space, really? Because you weren't scared a minute ago, were you? In one instant, boom, you take the power back.
Okay, so example, because I lived in a home with a lot of chaos growing up, I saw that ghost in the window and I was petrified. I was already living really close to my fight or flight response and it scared the crap out of me, right? So today I would respond a lot differently, and I have bumped into stuff after I cleared my fears. So I would not assume if it was today that he was trying to scare me. I might take a deep breath, ask him why he's lost, call in his grandma, give him a cookie, take a different approach.
So the offer that we have in a bit can help you with that chill out. I want to say what's up to Mira. Yes, we are still live. Let us know that you can hear us and see us in the comments. Also, give us a like if this is digging it.
This whole time, we like to know what is happening with you guys and how you feel about things. But this is a question. Okay, how do you feel? Who is your favorite earthbound spirit in the movies?
Casper or Beetlejuice?
I like them both for different reasons. But
sweet.
You know.
Okay, so let us know in the comments which one is your favorite, Casper or Beetlejuice.
So number 3 is spirits that have tagged up. Okay.
Yep. And these are what we call transitioned spirits. Okay. So spirits that have tagged up or made their way home, they finished their unfinished business, made their way home to the other side, and they might be even known to come back and forth for visits on occasion.
Yeah, like it's very common for people to say, Grandma was here, or I felt, my grandpa here. So how do you tell the difference between these guys and earthbound spirits? Because there is a huge variety here as well, kind of because we're all at different stages in our soul journeys.
But the general guideline here is that the sensations coming from earthbound spirits, untransitioned, stuck spirits, whatever you want to call them, are more unstable, jolting, heavy, and chaotic. It kind of feels like unresolved emotions.
Basically. And so while sensations from souls who have crossed over, on the other hand, here's the key, are more consistent, smooth, and light, like resolved emotion. Usually
they just kind of vomit everywhere.
Right. While a spirit who is tagged up understands where they are emotionally and are directing their energy in an intentional way.
Right. So you've got an untransitioned spirit that's like, blah, 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 blah.
Like that. He's looking for a trash can to vomit in, but can't find one. He can't find one in time.
And then you've got one who is transitioned. It's like, you know what? I see you. I'm here for you. I got you.
Right. Okay. So they're two different things, but we think one is intentional. They're not both intentional. So
Casper for the win so far.
Casper for the win. I am a big Casper fan.
Yep. I would say Casper because Beetlejuice was a little poop head.
He was.
Mira says, I have a quick question for you if you guys have time, but I will wait.
Drop it in the comments.
Drop it in the comments. If we can get to it live, we will.
So some sensations are going to be stronger than others in both groups. So a visit from a more advanced kind of enlightened soul is going to feel way more electric and powerful and joyful and angelic, while a person who just crossed over and is still kind of adjusting may have a quieter, softer energy, but it will still be calm, consistent, and smooth. And of course, you're going to have a range of everything in between.
But the best guideline, the most simple guideline is, does it feel heavy and constricted or light and expansive? Because even the lowest level transitioned spirit is going to feel lighter than the highest untransitioned spirit.
And so the key, though, the baseline, like we said, is getting your emotions straight first.
Absolutely.
And understand when you are reacting and responding to something, another emotion, like I hear a lot about people that are highly sensitive and empathic go out into a crowd of people and start taking on all those emotions as their own and start thinking this is their emotion. It's the same thing, but the same exact thing is happening basically.
Right.
Except you have a harder time explaining it because there's no visual usually of a spirit to relate it to, but it's kind of the same thing.
And Jen, it is good to see you, Jen of all trades. Mira, let us know what the question was so that we know what we answered. And then Jen says, how do you tell the difference between spirits and angels? That would be another good topic that we're probably going to put into another video, but this video kind of describes that a little bit. If you wanted to go back and watch the replay, it gets into a little bit of those details, but we will make a specific video on spirits and angels.
Well, just a quickie, like when we were talking about the range of energy, enlightened kind of, advanced energy like that is going to feel more joyful and electric and, bright.
And angels are a lot more skilled.
Well, I'm just trying to give a general guideline because you could get super detailed and crazy, but I'm just saying it's a range of energy.
Right.
So it's a range of energy. So you can call it angel. I mean, I have different words for different things for my personal, but not everybody calls it an angel.
Right.
So
but we will break that down deeper in a different video. It's a little much for right now. So the quick response is
my quick response is the range of energy that you feel.
Right.
Period. Because we don't know as humans where that borderline is between angel, because that's our way to describe the word angel describes very high vibration energy, but that's our human word to describe it.
So high vibration, angel, lower vibration, spirits.
I don't want to put the word angel in there. I'm just trying to tell you there's a range of energy. See what I mean? Because if you put the word angel in there, then you're like, where's the cutoff of when you become an angel?
Yeah, I see
what I mean.
See
what I mean. So it's
right. Where some people will actually call somebody who's crossed over like their grandma an angel. Okay, so grandma can be a guardian angel.
Because
it's all a terminology for the human head and mind to understand.
It's cultural because we call them angels in the West, but other cultures don't call this higher end of that, vibration that you feel from a spirit on the other side, an angel. Right. They don't call it that. So that might be something else. So
let us know if that makes sense.
So look at the range of energy you're feeling.
Jen, let us know if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So are you more excited now that you have these tips? And if you haven't seen them, you go back and watch the replay. Anyway, have we cleared up some mysteries or busted some myths?
It's a revolution here. We are fighting back against lost fairies and unicorns, running amok, clearing it up, causing chaos, and wreaking havoc.
We do love them both, but sometimes they drink too much love and light, end up puking rainbows all over the carpet, and it's super hard to get out.
So we are on a mission to crack the codes and revolutionize this field to support metaphysical entrepreneurs with real tools for the 21st century, but we need your help.
Share this video and click the I'm Part of the Revolution link in the description with a hashtag #ISharedZRG to get your bonus.
So we do want to shout out one of our Zen heads and give some love back to George, who shared his experience with us recently on the Google machine. He says, letting go of pain. 6 years ago, I was in a motorcycle accident that almost killed me. Even though I recovered after physical therapy, I still had pain in my hip. A friend recommended Zen Rose Garden, and after my session, not only the pain was released, but a whole lot of anger I had stored up and not let go of at the time. Mm-hmm. This team is somehow able to see how you are hurting, not only physically, but emotionally, and have some mad skills to help you let go of both. I will be back.
George.
Thank you, George. We love you.
Wow.
That
George,
makes my day.
Thank you, George. That's all I got. Thank you, George.
You've left him speechless.
Again. There it is. So now it's offer time. It's time for that offer to take your healing arts business from basic to bodacious, but because this is our full-time gig and this is what keeps the lights on, gives us a break for sushi, and feeds 2 hungry dogs. But only if it works for you do we want you to take us up on this offer.
So we have learned that self-growth and developing your superpowers go together like sushi, Sapporo, and sake.
And
that is why we created our signature subscription membership, Zen Ed Academy, to bridge that gap and revolutionize this field.
So you could keep bouncing around like a pinball from one outdated program to another, never gaining any traction, or you could plug directly into all of the unique proven shortcuts, signature mind hacks, and emotional ninja skills that have worked for thousands of our students to step into their clarity, confidence, and personal power so that they can live their passion, purpose, completely and get paid for it.
So is this right for you? Are you tired of mediumship advice that is way too complicated?
Are you tired of people telling you that the intuitive arts are satanic?
Are you tired of people telling you that light workers and healers are all crazy?
Are you ready for
intuitive development without judgment?
Are you ready for psychic and mediumship training that doesn't scare the crap out of you?
And self-growth that is natural and fun? If so, Zen Ed Academy is our rebel base where the revolution begins.
So Zen Ed Academy is where the science of self-growth meets the magic of mysticism with the best collection of mind hacks, emotional healing techniques, and psychological superpowers to stand strong, stand out, and do good while living your best life and, most importantly, having fun.
So this is going to work for you even if you're allergic to fairy dust and just need real information without all the unicorn poop.
It'll work for you even if you're a complete virgin to this and have never had your metaphysical cherry popped.
Zen Ed Academy is our inner circle where we jack you into the ZRG mainframe so you can finally conquer your inner supervillain, master your unique superpowers so that you can heal the world in the special way only you can.
So what do you need to do to get into the Academy and become part of the revolution? Click the link in the description to be taken to the checkout cart, put in your details, and in seconds, start the first lesson of our advanced mediumship training course that will get you on your way to confidently working with spirits without fear. All the info is down below. If you still have questions, comment with the hashtag tell me more, or send us a message on Facebook at Zen Rose Garden, or DM on IG.
So I think we got a couple of questions. I want to see Christina.
All right, Mira, thank you. Amanda, no, I think that's it.
It says to
I think that's it. I think that's it. So moving forward, I think we've kind of hit everything. So because you stayed to the end, you get the prize. Click the I love you so much I stayed link in the description with a hashtag I love ZRG.
If you like this video, hit the like button.
If you have any questions,
let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you.
For more mind hacking pro tips,
be sure to subscribe
and click the bell to turn notifications on,
so you're the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource, and the fact that you guys have chosen to spend that not only with us, but most importantly with yourselves, leveling up your skills, we honor and appreciate that absolutely. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you
in the next video.
In the next video.